Over the years, Ghana has made great strides in the economy with youth entrepreneurship and technological innovation. The push for digitization of the economy is also in keeping pace with the rest of the world. It is no wonder that in 2019, the World Bank adjudged Ghana as the fastest growing mobile money market in Africa. However, Ghana risks a slowdown in growth if the numbers of the unbanked or underbanked remain at current levels. The government aims to reach 85% financial inclusion by 2023, catching up with success stories like Rwanda, where more than 9 in 10 of their citizens have access to formal and informal financial services. When Fidelity Bank rolled out a system in 2013 where anyone could perform basic banking duties at the community pharmacy, supermarket, or barbershop, it was not just the beginning of the process to bring banking to the doorsteps of the unbanked and underbanked, but it was also the realization of the bank's commitment to championing financial inclusion. For a country where roughly 70% of the adult population is outside the formal banking sector, financial inclusion remains at the heart of the bank's vision. Indeed, Fidelity Bank has played a large part in advancing financial inclusion nationwide and across economic sectors. As the largest privately owned Ghanaian bank, Fidelity Bank has made a mark on Ghanaians overcoming two of the greatest barriers to financial inclusion: physical access and mindset change.
Globally, there's a lot of evidence that financial inclusion, which means access to financial products, meaning access to a bank account, access to loans, access to insurance products, access to any form of financial product, savings accounts, helps alleviate poverty. People who drop out of school are likely to come from poor homes, who are likely to come from backgrounds where they don't have access to financial services. So there's a whole global movement to promote financial inclusion. And when we began the bank in about 2006, less than 25% of Ghanaians had access to financial products and services, had a bank account, could access a loan product and other financial products. So we took this on as an important objective of the bank, being the largest Ghanaian bank, to make Ghana more financially inclusive. When we set out to create Fidelity Bank, our vision was to create a world-class Ghanaian bank. And the purpose of that world-class Ghanaian bank was to contribute significantly towards socio-economic development in Ghana. So that was the why. That was why we woke up to go to work. And we identified a number of areas where we could intervene in this socio-economic development. One was financial inclusion. The next pillar was supporting SMEs, small and medium-scale enterprises. The next pillar was to contribute towards the infrastructure deficit. We have financed 5 out of the last 10 power projects in Ghana. This includes Athol Energy, it includes Gensa Power, it includes the Pony Thermal Power Plant, and also includes the GCAD Senate Power Plant in Tema. In addition to power, we've been involved in housing. We finance Manit Village, Manit Cottage, we finance Villaggio Vista, and we've supported a lot of Ghanaians with mortgages. By contributing with these initiatives, we're really helping to solve socio-economic challenges and development challenges of Ghana.
With the establishment of Fidelity's Inclusive Banking Department, whose mandate is to drive the bank's financial inclusion agenda, Fidelity Bank was stating its intent to bring aboard those who were either skeptical of the banking system or were simply used to functioning outside of the banking system.
Digitization and technology has helped the bank leapfrog some of the obvious barriers with regards to driving financial inclusion. Some of these barriers are cost to serve and cost to acquire. By leveraging on the increased penetration of mobile phones, we've been able to deliver platforms that enable us to do these two things seamlessly and enhance the engagement levels with that target group.
Fidelity Bank has always pioneered and has always made training and financial education part of its agenda and part of its products and services. It has rolled out financial literacy training programs in rural areas and among many workers as they have access to the financial products and services that they are providing. Today, there are many other organizations that are coming up that are providing financial services. We have the big tech giants. You have Google, you have Facebook, and they will all at some point provide financial services because they have the platforms. This would mean that banks like Fidelity Bank would have to adapt and partner with such organizations to ensure that we can use their top-end technology and platforms to improve the lives of people. And when we say we want to improve the lives of people through finance, what we mean is that the financial services that we are developing should be client-centered, which means we need to understand the key challenges that people are facing in their lives pertaining to finance, so that we can design appropriate solutions to them.
Fidelity Bank's financial inclusion drive continues to be a success. By the end of 2021, Fidelity Bank will be the first universal bank in Ghana to roll out an internally built algorithm to drive microloans. Through the power of partnership with financial inclusion donors, these basic products are changing mindsets that have prevailed and prevented the population from being banked. Financial Sector Deepening Africa (FSDA) partnered with Fidelity Bank to help bring 5 million underbanked and unbanked Ghanaians into the formal financial sector in 5 years through agency banking in 2015. Through funding from the UK government, a 1.2 million returnable grant was made available to support Fidelity Bank's rollout of its branchless banking model, further strengthening Fidelity's credentials as a champion for inclusive banking in Ghana. The successful rollout enabled the bank to develop additional products to increase service offerings to lower-income population. At the institutional level, the project has been mainstreamed within the bank, enabling all the bank's clients to access banking service through agency banking. Agents too have experienced increased income through agency banking activities. The FSDA project has also catalyzed a regulatory review of agency banking laws in Ghana, which resulted in an increase in the number of agents a bank can enroll. Lastly, this project has formed the blueprint for inclusive banking by demonstrating a successful agency banking model for other Ghanaian banks.
At the initial stage of the business, it was quite difficult for me to save at the bank. Well, because one, I always wanted to rely or have money at home so that I'll be able to easily transact business. On a daily basis, I needed to know my proceeds from the business. So I had to make sure that whenever I close from work, I carry the money with me at home so I'll be able to know my profit margin.
Banksy, ebedu baby cry, baby mudi omudi misikeni dwane. One day I'm upon me waha me kwa shabe mu webi rami stone. Over transfer me see me money internase. On corner bank for the ejuma mudi di me no. I'm not sure say me tini be savings view.
So one day I was in the market when I saw a lady in a Fidelity outfit. I guess decided to take the chance and she decided to narrate the whole process to me.
So one day oba and I say okay, mate, me ne start ejuma ne kama. Just say so ho kra na me friend na waba. Se bibi ne na me hu anu wa trechire me mu brown na just okọ.
One of the reasons why I prefer saving at Fidelity is that they have representatives in the market who do come around to take cash or your daily proceeds on your behalf and deposit them. They have a variety or number of agents in and around the market whereby I'm able to walk in the offices and make deposits or withdrawals at any given time. This is so flexible for me, it's so convenient for me, and I love to save with Fidelity.
Ade a me pe wo mo ho pa ne ye se oba de ma ton na me pe se ode ko no se me sense ne nyina na me de ama no na ode ko na ansa na ode be ko no onu sign no abodate na me so ma sign. One thing about me is anytime bia obebe bi o pe se ode mi sika ko no me pe se me hu me balance o wie ya na ma bisa me balance na ode ama me. So ebia 3 months, 4 months, and I say I want my statement, and also make compare not the statement na bring.
Sometimes in the market, there are people who even do want to pay by using Momo or anything at all. So I have Momo Pay. You can easily deposit or transfer money from your Momo account into the Fidelity app that I use. And I can be able to monitor my inflows and my outflows when I save with the bank.
Prior to 2013, Fidelity Bank had identified major barriers to financial inclusion in Ghana and took an intentional approach to finding solutions. From understanding the factors that prevented people from seeking banking products to developing products to help them overcome these barriers, Fidelity Bank went into rural and urban communities for insights. For instance, why do some Ghanaians trust the Susu collector more than they do banks? Why is someone likely to pay through their mobile wallet than use other banking products?
Since we started this financial inclusion journey, we've worked on building a strong value proposition for the segment. We have a smart suite of products which covers transactions, investments, and also for commercial traders. Even for this segment, we try to encourage people to separate their personal finances from their business finances. We also have a Yellow Save product which we launched in conjunction with MTN. It's a digital-only product that customers can have and save in addition to their mobile wallets. We've worked with numerous development organizations and partners, and I'm happy to say that over the years we have offered financial literacy to over 200,000 people. This has been enabled through our various projects with USAID, the World Bank, Financial Sector Deepening Africa, UNCDF, and many other partners. We've worked in value chains such as agriculture. We've worked on gender with women and also vulnerable groups such as young people. So in Fidelity Bank, we look at the totality of financial inclusion, and we are happy with the impact we've made so far. Be it offering financial services and literacy to a cocoa farmer, or the woman who's reliant on her single income to feed her family and raise her kids, or the young person who otherwise would have moved out of Ghana through very dangerous routes to see greener pastures.
After the initial success of inclusive banking as a major addition to the bank's portfolio, the second stage of the bank's mass approach was the introduction of agency banking.
The Inclusive Banking Unit works on the products and the solutions to meet the needs of the mass market segment. The agency channel offers us the opportunity to spread ourselves within the community and scale our reach to meet the needs of the segment. We set up our agency banking channel in 2013, and in 2017, in response to emerging limitations, we upgraded the platform. This afforded us the opportunity to scale our transactions, to offer new products, and also to improve upon the experience at the agent point. What agency banking allows us to do is also tackle challenges that are faced by the mass market segment, such as travel times to bank branches. It also helps us to address the general lack of a sense of belonging, because these agents are in the community and speak the language the customers understand. Documentation is very minimal, and overall it helps us to really be in close contact with the customers and understand their real needs. We have offered employment and engaged about 5,000 agents, and our target is to be in every district and village across Ghana.
Agency banking represented a whole new ecosystem that would run alongside mainstream brick-and-mortar banking, founded on thorough research and a personal understanding of the customer. It needed a solid technological backbone to match the potential Fidelity saw in the concept itself and Fidelity's ambitions for what it should be. In 2017, Software Group, a global technology company specializing in digitalization and integration solutions for financial service providers, seamlessly migrated Fidelity's inclusive banking customers and agents onto Fidelity Bank's core banking system. Transactions, agent management, and administration were then fused together and hosted on the Agent Management System (AMS) that Software Group developed.
Since the founding of Software Group over a decade ago, critical to our mission and our vision is the acceleration of digital technologies that will advance financial inclusion and inclusive banking. So for us, it was a really excellent fit, and we were really excited to get on board. Agency in particular is something that is really core to our expertise. So yeah, it was a perfect match. Markets are things that change really fast. And I think Ghana in particular is a very dynamic market, especially in the digital field. There's a lot of innovation and there's a lot of players and stakeholders in the market. So, you know, a scope that you may consider in 2017 when we first started, you know, may need changes along the way and continuous improvements to keep up with the market and stay ahead of the market. Some of the challenges were, you know, we can't just look at this as something that starts here and ends here. We have to have this sort of continuous improvement dynamic, and I think what we've tried to do is introduce a lot more agile methodology with Fidelity Bank as our partner to implement those continuous improvements at a pace that makes sense for their clients and for the market. The digital banking platform is really the innovation. On one side of the spectrum, you have a feature phone user who is completely unbanked. In the middle of the spectrum, you have a feature phone user who maybe has a mobile banking account but nothing else. They're sort of semi-banked. And you also have smartphone users who have everything at the touch of their, you know, at the tips of their fingers. Agency is actually a solution where all of them share common ground. They can all interact with an individual, but those touch points can be spread dramatically. And when you have a platform backing that up, you can then use that really great baseline that you've created through multiple agent touch points that enable all of these individuals to sort of get the services that they need and even graduate along that sort of continuum of digitalization. And then you add value-added services to that, right? So then you can put more services onto that platform, which then sort of allows people to access better and better, you know, financial services, financial products, or even other value-adding services that may not be directly related to banking at agent locations. And I think for us, it's really that digital banking platform concept that allows you to evolve off of the great baseline that you can create through all of these touch points that service, you know, an entire market.
Fidelity Bank became the first financial institution licensed by the Bank of Ghana to undertake the agency banking model in Ghana back in 2013. From a modest pilot of 24 agents and about 30,000 smart accounts in 2013, the bank's move into agency banking has steadily evolved into a major undertaking with approximately 5,000 agents dotted around the country today.
Financial inclusion is very important for the Bank of Ghana. Our mandate is to promote macroeconomic stability through promoting price stability and financial stability. To be able to build an economy that is strong and resilient, and that is also broad-based in terms of the participants in the economy, we believe that making sure that every Tom, Dick and Harry who is within Ghana has access to good financial services. We put in place the framework and we expect banks to take advantage of it. Fidelity has, to my knowledge, about 4,000 of these agents. It's deployed across the country that are mobilizing deposits on a daily basis from active members of the communities who are doing business. And so we definitely believe that it is in the right direction. What this does is that we're promoting access for everyone who would normally need the services of a bank, who may be too intimidated to walk into a bank branch, assuming there's even a bank branch close to them. And what we're doing with these, with banks like Fidelity deploying 4,000 agents, means that jobs are created for 4,000 people at least in the case of Fidelity. And this really is very important. What we also find is that a lot of these agents tend to be women, and that also helps to promote access to finance for women, which is also a key theme under the Bank of Ghana's financial inclusion work.
Agency banking has proven to be a game changer in the banking sector, not only for customers but for agents as well.
At Lismont Ventures, we do deposits, withdrawals, account opening, airtime top-up, mini statements for customers, even before, after banking hours, and this creates a convenience for customers. I used to work with the bank, but when I heard of the Fidelity Agency Banking, I decided to join, and now the business is growing because I earn more and I have more staff now and I have time for other things. I earn a good income and I provide an essential service for people to bank their monies with a reliable and dependable financial institution.
A financially inclusive nation is a thriving nation. Fidelity Bank has taken the first steps to combine the formal and informal sectors of the economy to change the face of banking at the community level across Ghana. When local businesses grow, we all grow, because together we are more. Become a Fidelity Bank agent or patronize one near you today. Agency banking is powered by Software Group. Fidelity Bank,